Bartholomew Diaz was the first European to reach the bottom of the east coast of Africa, the Cape, on the 12th of March, 1488. He was a Portuguese explorer who called the area the Cape of Storms, Cabo das Tormentas. Doesn't that name describe to you the country? I'm not just talking about the weather, but the history of the country itself and its people. The history from this point on has been and still is a Cape of Storms. Remember Prince Henry we talked about in the last video, helping navigators and captains and ships to go down the east coast? It worked. A Portuguese was the first to arrive. John II of Portugal, before he died in 1495, renamed the Cape to the Cape of Good Hope. One story states that he renamed it to this because of his great optimism he had by opening up a sea route to India and the East. Others believed he renamed it to make the place sound less dangerous so that more people would be willing to go. I think both reasons are good. Whether it's because the name was changed or because of necessity, more people did go to the Cape. The Portuguese were the first to have explored, traded, and dominated in South Africa. But between 1594 and 1601, an English navigator, James Lancaster, explored the southern African coast and established a trade relationship with the Khoikhoi. We'll learn more and discuss them in future videos. James Lancaster was part of the England's or British East India Company. This is completely different than the Dutch. The Danish, Portuguese, and French also had an East Indian Company at this time. In 1647, in the middle of the Dutch-Portuguese War, a Dutch East Indian Company ship, Nieuwe Haarlem, was shipwrecked at the Cape. They built a small fort and stayed for nearly 1 year until they were rescued. When they returned home, they told the Dutch they should have a trading center there. The VOC, or Dutch East Indian Company, was established in 1602. The purpose was to trade with Mughal India, but it grew to a huge company that traded in multiple locations. The VOC fought in multiple Dutch wars and founded the city of Cape Town. The Castle of Good Hope was built by the VOC. It is shown in the sketch on the right. The Dutch East Indian Company sent a group of 90 Calvinists with Jan van Riebeek as their commander. The group left the Netherlands in December 1651 and arrived in the Cape on the 6th of April 1652 with 82 men and 8 women. Jan had been one of the rescuers in 1648, had seen the land and wanted to return. They set up a secure base camp for the Dutch ships to obtain shelter, food, meat, fruit, and vegetables as they traveled from the Netherlands to Jakarta in the Dutch East Indies. This support station slowly became a settlement known as the Dutch Cape Colony. To learn what comes next, watch the next video in the South African playlist. The Dutch East Indian Company sent a group of 90 Calvinist settlers with Jan